Yo, what's up guys? It's Discoverinq and welcome to the first installment of Crown Us War Kings. This is pretty much just going to be a GB little playlist for you guys. Recently we achieved Crown. This is the match in which we did it. And from here on out, anytime I'd play a Crown match on Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 2, or even the COD Classic ladder, I will be commentating over it, telling you what we did, how things were, communication and stuff like that, and hopefully that'll help you guys out when you're getting crowned. And even if you just watch all my videos, maybe you'll get crowned against us. Who knows? But this is 2v2s on Modern Warfare 3. I am with my beloved partner Sean. His other username is Beloved GB Player. So that's kind of where I got that from. And I'm on my Ringer account, my Sandusky Loves Me account, and he's on his Ringer account, his Juicy Jigaboo account. But yeah, so these first two rounds you're going to see me get completely dicked on. Like, it was just bad timing, and it was just me not thinking. It was pretty bad. But at the same time, Sean here is going to go in and clutch this one for you right here. So, pay attention. And really, when we play these guys, especially because we knew they were crowned, like, we were watching the match finder, we looked at who had crowned, we saw their dispute percentage, and we were watching the match finder so we could accept their match, because you can't challenge the crown holders, and you can't they can't challenge you. It has to all be through match finder. It has to all be anonymous. So we waited for them to post, saw the 8% dispute, and we were like, all right, let's take this match. It's them. And then right before the game started, they were like, yo, you're evading a ban, Discoverinq. And I'm like, what? How the hell do they know this is me? Maybe they see my YouTube channel. Maybe they see that I've used this account before, because the only people that know that I'm Discoverinq are, like, my friends. Like, my dubs partner on this game and on Modern Warfare 2. And then, my TL on MW2. So I didn't know who these kids were, but I knew we were going to need to beat them. And if they know me, then they're probably some pretty decent players. So right there, Sean goes in, picks up a two-piece, and gets the guy planning for the win. Pretty easy. And then, our whole perspective, because, this was our first crown match, we were playing it slow. We were trying to figure out how they played so that we could counteract it. In our minds, the first round and second round of Search and Destroy can mean virtually nothing, because you don't know how the other team plays yet. So these first two rounds are like feel rounds for you to see how they play. You don't want to rush up too quickly, but you don't want to sit back too long. What you can see is my partner sitting back as I'm going in the middle. Okay, so no one rush middle. He's probably in the barrel room. Sean can't see anybody on the far side, on Crane's side. So I'm thinking, okay, there's one barrel room, and then there's one over at B. And the one over at B might be flanking us at the same time. So Sean's kind of watching our flank. You can see him going back. And now he's like, okay, there might be one coming. Be careful. And right as I looked away, of course, there's one coming. Like, that's just my own bad luck. That's something that happens to me constantly. But regardless, me and Sean were just focused on, now we need to get the plant down. I'm going to use third person if I can. And I'm going to help him out with, just saying, like, hey, they might have rotated to the next bomb. They might have stayed camping in that corner. So what our plan was is I started to say, hey, why don't you just do a huge loop around the map, see if you can get a huge flank on the map and pick one off in the process. Right here he sees one, but he couldn't pick him up, so he just takes off. It's not so much about not getting the kill right there, but more about the fact that now he knows where they are in a general perspective, and he can now set himself up in a way where, get the bomb plant and everything. Except right here, when he goes up to the bomb, he was like, dude, they're going to be trying to trap me in. I already know it. That's why he's going back. Like, he's trying to see if one of them's going to push. But he couldn't see any, and he's running out of time, so he's going to go down for the plant, and unfortunately, he gets taken out right as it gets laid down. Now, these next two rounds, you're going to see me really pick it up. I actually start to get kills. I start to, know what I'm doing. But now we know that Refusings and what's the other kid's name? Something like, shoot. There's Refusings and what's the other kid's name? Wow. Oh, curvy. That's what it was. Okay. I had to wait for the scoreboard to come up. Refusings and curvy. Now we know that they like to rush and they like to flank. That's their objective. That's kind of like what they like to do. Now that first round, remember that kid dicked on me. So now I'm kind of sitting back and I'm waiting like, okay, let's see if this kid pushes me again. And Sean, he rushed to barrel room so that he could check my dozer for me and tell me if he starts to come. But then he saw stuns, so he didn't push out. And I'm thinking, okay, so they're probably coming A again. Let me just camp, let me just wait for them, see if he pushes through construction. But after a few seconds, Sean's like, yo, I got a nade off the wall. They're probably both in A. And right here, you'll see I get up. I'm like, okay, let me go help my friend out. Because I knew that stun came off the wall, or that nade came off the wall, I knew this guy would be at the bomb. So after taking him out, I checked tunnel. Okay, not seeing anybody at tunnel. There was a guy tunnel. Sean called him out. So if he's not over at sandbags where Sean's checking right now and he's not at tunnel, then he's definitely coming barrel room. And that's why I went to go look at the barrel room. And, there have been so many, I don't know, rumors, I guess, about me having radar. All it is it's constantly thinking and reading the other players. That's all it is. Me and Sean have almost locked it down on Modern Warfare 3. So, I don't know. That's just a whole nother subject. You guys have seen the videos, but whatever. It's kind of ridiculous. But right here, we're up 2-1. And now this round, there was a point where I took a shot that I shouldn't have. I knew they'd rush because they like to flank, right? So I got up on these barrels looking for that flank, looking for that one guy to push through. But right here, I took shots I probably shouldn't have taken. It would have been better off for me to just, stay where I was, but, oh, right there, sorry, the video glitched, like, when I was recording, and it, skipped a huge part, but all it was is me running down the side of the map and getting killed by behind. Anyways, so now Sean is up 2-1, he's up against two other players, and he's going to see if he can pick one off and get the bomb down, because, that's always the main objective, is getting bomb down, and that's really what we go for a lot of the times, is when we're playing, we'll try to get bombed down with two of us up, regardless of how many there are of you, if you know what I mean. Say, it's 2-2. We don't care if there's two of you. We want to get bombed down because that takes a 3-minute game mode to 45 seconds and 7.5 seconds. So that's a huge jump. And the other thing is, I didn't realize this until I was doing the commentary, but these guys, they posted default ladder settings, and they hosted first game with variant settings. And just look at that clutch right there. That clutch right there was so perfect. I almost forgot it. That clutch was probably one of the better ones that I've seen. Nice way to focus on the bomb, make sure the guy on the bomb does not defuse it, and then let the other guy be worried about later. That was a nice little thing that Sean did there. He was focused and he knew what he needed to do to get the win on that round. But yeah, so like I was saying, when it comes to this game, it's a little bit different. All right, you can't just say what kids are doing. And again, this kid's over by the bomb again. Another easy read, simple to do. Now this guy flanked, and I'll give them props for this. This was good. They used third person on this game to help them with the the 1v2. So Sean went up top, he's looking bars, he's checking the island and stuff, saying, okay, yeah, the guy is in bars. So right here, I'm pushing in a little bit, and I don't see him until the last second. But then with third person, the kid whips around and starts to shoot at my partner. Now Sean's being toyed with, and being toyed with just means he's being distracted from the bomb, and he knew it. But with that stun right there, it gave them the win. If he didn't hit that stun, we probably would have won that round. So, we kind of give them props for that. They used third person to their advantage, and that was a good job on their part. But, unfortunately, Sean's going to get some payback on this next round. Also, some other things I want to say. This was game 1. Game 2, they ended up, they hosted it again. Like, they left and then invited us, and we didn't care who was host. So, we let them play us on their host again. We were up 2-0 on Arcade and had both of them killed. We were defusing the bomb, and they left. They dashboarded and then said we dropped host, and it was a whole thing. But it's whatever. So yeah, and they hosted this game with wrong settings. If you guys have paying attention, they had wrong rules. It was supposed to be default, but it was just one of those things. Who cares? Now, right here, we didn't see any of them middle, didn't see any of them B. Well, we didn't go B, but like none of them flank behind us. Sean's watching our flank, so I'm thinking, okay, one's gonna have to come check crane side, right? And there you go. And that was all because when you got one barrel and we got one over B, maybe flanking, you know they have to come check that last spot eventually. And that's, you know, just the way we read them. You know, that right there was knowing your enemy and reacting. Now for this last little part, I'm not really going to do much. I'm just going to get this bomb down, and then you guys can see Sean getting his payback on the kid that toyed with him. As I jump up here, you know, I'm watching tunnel, seeing, okay, maybe this guy's going to flank, maybe he's going to try and push us, because he did have some shooting over there by the crane. And then I'm seeing stuns, you know, now I'm thinking, okay, let's see. But then Sean's like, no, he's over here. I'm going to toy with it. I was like, all right, I'll just watch. And you can see Sean running back and forth, popping off shots. But eventually, this kid ends up chasing Sean here in a second, and he kills him. However, Sean distracted him for a long enough time to get the win. So that was, you know, Crown Us We're Kings, episode 1. Hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Peace out.